guys, today I'm going to be doing a what's on my iPhone video along with a how I edit my Instagram pictures. And a lot of you guys who follow me on Instagram have been asking me how I edit my Instagram pictures and how I get it in certain ways and how I like do whatever, you know, all the stuff I do to them, how I do it. So today I thought I would show you guys that and also just kind of run through really quick what I keep on my iPhone in case you guys were curious. So let's just go ahead and start. So I have the iPhone 5S? No, wait, no, I just have the iPhone 5. All right, so let's just get into it, I guess. No, why did it stop it? Stupid, crazy phone. Okay, so first things first, my background, it's just two flamingos like in an ocean or something like that with like a sunset. I actually got this through my email because there's a guy that does, oh my God, can you, okay, hold on. I gotta reset my sleep thingy. The person who designed this background is Gary Malin, and he does like all of those like Bondi Beach from above photographs, which are really cool. So I really like that background. So going into my phone, oh, you guys get to see my amazing phone. Anyway, so let's just go through the top. I first just have my messages. I like to keep those at the top just because you know how sometimes you try to change where stuff is on your phone and you've got that muscle memory in your thumb where you just like click something and you're like thinking you're clicking because you've had it there for so long. I don't know if that's just me, but I always do that. So I just try to keep it in the same spot because if not, I will click on something. I don't know. So I like to keep my messages up at the top, and then there's calendar and notes and photos. I use all of those a lot. And then my most used apps, I keep Instagram. Obviously I Instagram all the freaking time, and then Twitter, which I wasn't always into Twitter, but now I really like it. And then Shazam, that's where you can just you basically just, if a song is playing, you just touch this little button and it will record the songs, and then it will tell you what the song is. So like if I'm in a store, I'll just do that if I'm like, oh, this is a really cool song, you know. And then so these are like, it saves all the songs that you've tagged ever. And yeah, it's just super cool. You can like find music from there too. It's really great. And then Spotify, I love using Spotify. I recently just bought the, like, I'm using the premium account, I guess, and listening to my playlist called Faves. There's a lot of good stuff on there. I only have like 4 playlists, 3 or 4 playlists right now. So yeah, but I love Spotify. So if you guys want to send me your playlist or like request me, and I'll follow you back because I really want to listen to you guys' music and stuff. I think that'd be really cool. Okay, so next, 8 tracks is just kind of like a amped up version of Pandora. You basically can just type anything in, like, so you can basically just type in whatever you want and it will show you a playlist. So let's type in sleep and like calm or something like that. So you can just go in here and kind of explore. There's like chill, study, happy, indie rock, country. So basically you can just click on any of those and then add like different sub-genres, like college, let's say. And then you have all these playlists to choose from. It's the most amazing app ever. I love using it. I use it a lot when I go to the gym if I'm like, I don't know what to listen to and my playlists are getting boring, you know? So it's a really great app for that. And then my Fitness Pal, you guys have always known I have that just to track calories and stuff. I don't always use it, but you know, sometimes I do. And then maps, weather, settings, clock, calculator, and music. So all the normal stuff. And then here at the bottom, I just have my phone and my mail, Safari, and camera because I need to get my camera like as quick as I can, so I put it in that down, like that like lower corner just because it's like so easy to get to. All right, now the next page where the actual fun stuff is happening. So I have VSCO Cam, that's one of my most used apps, but I'll go into that a little bit more when I get into what I do to edit my Instagram pictures. So I have my photography folder and I'll show you guys that, like I said, later. And then Tumblr, YouTube, Snapchat. I will leave all the links to every social media site I have down below, so make sure you check that out when the video is over. And then I have WordPress because I have a blog linked below as well. And then horoscopes, I love horoscopes. I'm a Gemini, if you guys didn't know. And today it says, a difficult situation may be more difficult in your mind and in your imagination than it is in real life. It really isn't as bad as it seems. So these kind of just put me into perspective. Usually I read them the day after the date happened so I can see like, oh yeah, I could see where that was. Kind of just to help me reflect on that day. I don't know, I'm weird. But yeah, I really like this horoscope app, so you can basically just go to any like horoscope. And they even added to where you can do like tomorrow, there's today's, there's yesterday's. You can go back as like far as you want and stuff. So that's really cool. And then dream days, I love this because you can track your like events that are coming up, like at my New York trip I had on there. Now I just have my 21st birthday coming up. It's in 24 days, as you guys can tell. And I'm really excited, so yeah. And then I just have like some shopping stuff, Sephora, Harkins, which is like the best movie theater ever. If you guys don't have Harkins where you live, because I really didn't even realize the whole world didn't have Harkins. I was like sitting here thinking like Harkins is like only in a couple states and not a lot of people know what Harkins is, but it's like amazing. I love Harkins. Then I have Target, Retail Me Not. Just check on here before you buy something online or whatever. There's usually some coupons. There's like a ton of stores. Ulta, Domino's, KFC, Gap, Aeropostale, all that stuff. So they've really revamped this app and it's really awesome. So Starbucks, AT&T, so I can check if I'm going over my data because I hate doing that. It's just so hard to keep track of. And yeah, so that really helps me to keep track of it. And then I have my travel folder, which has a lot of stuff that I used while I was in New York and also like planning the trip there, for LA too, just like whenever I travel. So Uber, probably one of my favorite apps ever. Basically, you just go on here, you sign in, and you just request a ride. It's amazing, and we use it a lot in New York. Lyft is like the next best thing to Uber, and it's just a car service. You just do the same thing, request a driver. I take it to school sometimes because I'm like that lazy, but it works. You know, it's only like a $5 ride, so it's not even a big deal. And then JetBlue, Travelocity, if you're looking for hotels, flights, whatever you want to do, you can look anywhere and like find different airlines, compare them. And Store Time, this one just tells you what stores are open at what time. So I can like click on, let's say, I don't want to do this because like it's going to show where I live. But yeah, you can like click on nearby and it'll tell you like all the stores are open. So like if you're at, it's like 2 in the morning and you want to know if Cold Stone Creamery is open, you can use this app. It's really cool. And that's my travel folder. And then I have Tinder because I heard one of my friends talk about it and I just got it and I'm like, what is this? And I don't even use it. And then Big Ol', these are like my stuff that I don't even use but I keep on there. And we're all guilty of keeping on apps that we don't use. I like it just because I want my whole row filled with something. Is that just me? Yeah, so I have Big Ol', which is, I think, I don't even know what this is, honestly. Oh, you record shows and then you get paid for it, I guess. And then Shopkick, this one's actually kind of cool, but it's pretty time consuming. All right, so if you go into a store, you can get points, and if you scan stuff in the store, you can get points too, and like Starbucks gift cards, iTunes, like gift cards to your favorite stores. So it's pretty cool, and probably like take me a year to like gather up anything, but you know, might as well try. And then Scoopshot, haven't used that either. Take photos and companies can like ask for certain photos of like events and stuff in your area. So it's cool in like, what is that called? In retrospect? Or like, in theory. It's cool in theory, but I have never used it. And Pinterest, I don't pin stuff that often, but I like looking at Pinterest from time to time if I want to look at something. And then my last page, my background is like some Chanel like purple rocks, I guess, because it's so hard to find something that doesn't like distract from all your apps, you know what I mean? So I have that, and then I just get my backgrounds from Tumblr, and I just type in like whatever I want and then Tumblr at the end on Google, and then it shows up a lot of little like pictures. I don't know, what am I talking about? So it shows up with like a lot of pictures. You can type like Tumblr iPhone and a lot of pictures will show up and you just find one that's cute. And this is my productivity folder. I never use anything in this folder, and I'm so glad that I put it back here because all these apps were like cluttering up my iPhone. So just all the reminders, videos, whatever. Now let's get on into the photo editing. So I just have in this folder Pickframe, A Beautiful Mess, Squaredy, Payplo, Characters, Afterlight, PicCollage, Facetune, and Perfect 365. So these are all the apps that I use. Some of them I use a little bit more than others, but now I'll just go through them really quick. So I'm going to walk you guys kind of through what I actually do. So starting, most of the time I'll start out with VSCO Cam. So just open this app. This is a free app, I'm pretty sure. So basically what you do, you can just click that little plus sign and then add a photo from your camera roll. I already have a photo uploaded, so you just select it and then you click on the little brush to edit it. And then you can go through and choose your different filters, and it's just really fun. I got the extended pack of filters, so there's like a ton here. Like, you can see how many there are. There's just like so many. And basically just go to your heart's desire, whatever you want your selfie to look like. So yeah, you can just pick a filter. So once you've picked your filter, or if you want to start out with this first, this is like kind of like the setting. So it has like brightness, temperature. You can up the temperature if you want and make it a little bit more blue. I tend to use a lot of sharpen, so I will definitely like sharpen that up a little bit. It kind of makes your features stand out more. And then sometimes I'll use some grain a little bit just to kind of make it look a little bit cooler. I don't know, I just like the way grain looks. And then for me, I don't use fade that much anymore. This is the fade. And I tend to use contrast a little bit more to kind of make my hair a little bit darker. You can basically just play around with it to make it look however you want. This app is really great and it's so user friendly. And so when you're done editing, you just press the little check mark and then you have to send it to your camera roll. So click on that because sometimes people are confused and they don't know how to get the photo out of here. So yeah, just send it to your camera roll. And then when I'm done there, I will go into my photography folder. And then most of the time I will go into Facetune. And this is another one of my favorite apps. So you just want to go ahead and open the next photo, that photo that we saved from VSCO Cam. And then what I like to do is I like to smooth out my face. So you guys know I don't have perfect skin, so in my photos, like I'm not fooling anybody, I use the Facetune to smooth out all my acne and stuff. So just go ahead and smooth. You'll get better at it because you want it to look kind of like natural. So just, you know, smooth it out a little bit. And it has so many great things. Another thing that I like to use a lot is tones. And you can select a color. So like, let's say you're like, see how my chest is a little bit lighter than my arm is in the photo? I'll go ahead and select a piece of my chest to match the color, and then you can just draw on the coloring onto your skin. And you know, like, I mean, that's a sloppy rendition of it, but and it's just like if there's like a white spot or if there's like a little like mark on your photo, you can like erase it. You can reshape things so you can kind of make yourself look skinnier. I don't really use it that much. But the defocus and the blur are extremely helpful if you want to like blur the background to make yourself stand out a little bit. You can kind of blur it around the outer edges just to make you look a little bit more in focus. So that's cool. And then go ahead and save it to your camera roll. And let's see what else. I have Photoframe and I use that if I want to do the photo frames. Those aren't like that popular anymore, so I don't really use them that much, but it has so many. But when I did, I used a lot of these ones in the back, and you can kind of just pick whichever ones you want and then go ahead and select photos from your camera roll. So you can just select 2 photos at a time, which I like about it, and then just like put them on top of each other. I think it looks really cool like that. And then another thing is that if you want to take away the white borders, you just take off the width, and then there you go. So that's how that looks, and that's how you can do those little, let me show you. If you want to get a photo that is like a mirrored look, you can just flip one of the images and put them together. So if you're ever wondering how people get those little twin photos, that's how they do it. So yeah, and then I have a beautiful mess. I hardly ever use that, but I'm going to start because I'm going to start watermarking my photos. You want to go to the text, and I'm just going to select any random text and then put Tana Montana 100, and then you can adjust the size of it and the opacity as well. So yeah, I don't really use that much anymore. Sometimes in the summer I'll use it. And then Squaredy, another app that I like to use if I'm just going to do like filters or color correction and changes and stuff, is Afterlight. So go ahead and just upload your photo that you want to use and then go crazy with all the filters. Lipgloss is pretty much the same as Photoframe. And I already talked about Facetune, and then Perfect 365 is how you can add like eyelashes and smooth out your skin. But I tend to just use Facetune if I want to like smooth out my skin and stuff like that. Okay, so once I'm done using all of my like color correcting and filters and sharpen and all that, I will go to Squaredy. This is my last step in the editing process, and this just helps me to get the photo to fit into Instagram how I want it to. So I'm just gonna go select my photo, and then what I do now is I just select the one right there that makes it extra small, so it's not touching on any sides. You can use the one that touches on the sides. You can use the one that doesn't touch on the sides, but I like to make it look more uniform, so I'll use that one. So then just go ahead and save it. Like always, save it to the 2448 by 2448, just because it's the biggest and it won't distort the image quality once you upload it to Instagram. So that's a good tip. And then yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for how I edit my Instagram photos. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that helped you get a little bit of an insight on what I do to my photos. Nothing much really, but you guys requested it, so I thought I would let you guys know. And yeah, let me know if you guys like this video by giving it a thumbs up and also subscribing if you aren't already. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go now. So I hope you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.